Hey guys, welcome to another Jurassic World Alive video. We got some pretty crazy news. So, next week's featured creatures have been announced, and I don't even know what they're doing anymore. Jurassic World Alive, they're just giving us week after week of just free, top tier, absolute crazy DNA. Let's just look from the beginning of this patch. The first week, Chinese New Year, you got Erlico, Darwin, Dilo, all that, Tarbo, Tojango, and stuff from the Chinese New Year week. And then the week after, it was Valentine's, you got 5 attempts on, 5 legendaries, Indom, Spontosuchus, SINO, Alosino, and then something else, Trashtronics. Why'd people pick Trashtronics? But, that's besides the point. And then after that, I think there was 1 week, that 1 down week or 2 down week, can't remember. And then right after we got Carnivore Carnival, which was, you got Utasino, Puritator, and then also a Utarenex. Another crazy week in that. I also have Darwin and Pyro as the epics. And then after that, we got the best week ever, period. The St. Patrick's week with the 5 attempts on uniques, plus all their attempts on each of their materials, which was 18 attempts or something on the epics, which had Rex, Kencho, Anky, Erlico, all that. And then you got the 5 attempts on the uniques, the Trico, Dioraja, Erlodom, Indo, and something else, so Thorodolosaur. But, still, you get 5 attempts in total, so you could just throw them on, something useful. Well, not that Thorodolosaur isn't useful, it's just not that worth, but, just one of the better ones. Trico or Erlodom, you guys know how these work. But, anyways, crazy week. And then the week after that, you get a Kentro week with 30 attempts on Django or Procerado. And then next week, right after that, we're getting the Armor week, which is the best non-event featured creature week ever, with a bit of a change this time. I'd say downgrade, but, it's more exciting than what could have been. So let's get into this. So Monday to Tuesday, you got 24 attempts on commons, Scolosaurus and ANKY Gen 2. Wednesday to Thursday, 12 attempts on rares, Nodopatosaurus and Ankylosaurus. And then Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 3 days, 15 attempts on either Amargaceph, Ankylosaurus, Nodopatosaurus, Stegoceratops, and Sinoceratops. Just one of the best weeks ever. They gave us the best week ever, and then right after that, a really, really strong week with Kencho. And then they just gave us the best non-event week, and by that I mean just, not non-event, just not including, Christmas or Valentine's Day or St. Patrick's. Just your normal weeks. This is, nothing tops this. This is absolutely crazy. 15 attempts on either Anky or Sino. Bomb. So, anyways, let's go over these dinos. First of all, let's talk about the changes they made to the Armor week. I think this is our 3rd time we've had it, and this is the first time it got changed. So for the commons, ANKY Gen 2 and Scolosaurus, it used to be ANKY Gen 2 and Eupocephalus. They changed it in Scolosaurus, which is the new armored tank common in this patch, which, fuses with Kulasuk. I keep on getting... these names are so weird. Scolosaurus, Scolosaurus, Coolasuchus, and then there's that Jurassic World games, Scolosaurus. Ugh, come on. But it fuses with Coolasuchus to make a Scolosaurus, I think. That legendary thing, So you got that instead of Eupocephalus, which is a bit of a downgrade, honestly. Eupocephalus is definitely better. Just by itself, and also its hybrid, which makes Amargaceph, which then makes Triodissus, which is just better than Scolosaurus in almost every single way. Scolosaurus is it's like a discount Trago, but it's exciting. It's a new dino. You can't get this outside of this event, so It's a better value, but just looking at what it does, it's not as good as Euphocephalus. But like, I don't think anyone's gonna complain about that really. I take the Scolosaurus, why not? And then so between these two, Anky Gen 2, Scolosaurus makes a mediocre legendary hybrid. Anky Gen 2 makes a bad rare hybrid and another mediocre legendary hybrid. I'm sure this one isn't too much of a there won't be too much choices here. Although Anky Gen 2, there is one thing about it is if you really want to run Ankylosaurus, which actually I think people are just throwing it under the bus too much. It's actually not that bad. It is park exclusive, so it's a bit hard to get. But then, on the other hand, Scolosaurus, it's like tournament exclusive, so like you can't even get it outside of this event. So, big difference there. Anyways, moving on. Rares. You got Ankylodon and Nodosaurus. Ankylodon, just don't go for it. Starting like hybrids in these events are just not worth it. Talking about rare and epic hybrids, not legendary and unique hybrids, but there aren't legendary and unique non-hybrids, so there's that. But anyways, Ankylodon, don't go for it. It's not that great. And even if it was great, it better spend your attempts on, the non-hybrid rare here, Nodosaurus, which makes Nodopatosaurus, which has 3 hybrids, and it has Nodopad Titan, Gigaspica, and Stegoceratops. At the moment, Gigaspica seems to be unanimously, well, I wouldn't say unanimously, there's a bit of controversy here, but, a lot of people would say Gigaspicasaur is the best one of them all. It does the most damage, for one. It doesn't have that much HP, which is a bit of a problem, but it has a lot of armor. It does the most damage. It has a lot of armor, not too much HP. I really don't know. I personally still think Stegoceratops is a bit better. Stegoceratops has way more HP. 30% armor, only 10% less armor. So I don't think it's that big of a deal, comparing our armors. Stegoceratops does do significantly less damage, but it does have Superiority Strike, which Gigaspica doesn't have. But Gigaspica has Pin. Like, these are, it's really hard to say which one's better. Stegoceratops and or Gigaspica, they're both pretty good. Honestly, I honestly won't go for either, because Stegoceratops, you're using materials, you're taking away, Stego from Monostegotops, which is a top tier dino, and then Gigaspike, you're taking Amarga from Chago, which is another top tier dino. So, I honestly wouldn't go for it. And Nodopad Titan is just not great. It doesn't do anything. It's very tanky, but like it just can't kill anything. So there's that. Nodopad Titan, poor thing. Anyways, moving on. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, I think that's... Yeah, well, what? What was that even a question? But anyways, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 15 attempts on Amargaceph, Anky, Nodopatosaurus, Sinoceratops, and Stegoceratops. Let's just get this out of the way. Do not go for Amarga, Nodopato, or Stegoceratops. Not that useful at all. Take them out. Please don't waste your attempts on these things. Go for either Anky or SINO. These are very, very high value components that you should go for. Although, if you really want to compare these two, Anky is, I was about to say a bit more, actually quite more valuable than Sinoceratops, just because it's just so hard to get in comparison. Anky is park only, which is horrible, and it's park daytime only. So, and then Sinoceratops is local 1 anytime, which is far easier to get than Anky. But, go for either. There's no, wrong choice. If you go for Sinoceratops, that's totally fine. It's great. Obviously, it has two really good hybrids, which then also those two hybrids have really good hybrids as well. Anky makes Ankentro, which is a really, really great tank. It's one of the, I'd say, top 3 tanks in the game. Ankentro, and then that also makes Trichosaurus, which is one of the best dinos in the game. No big deal. So, super, super strong hybrid for Anky. And then Sinoceratops, you got 2 really great hybrids as well in Alisino and Utah Sino, which also has great hybrids themselves as well in Thorodalsaur and Utarenix. So anyways, that's going to be it for this video. Next week's featured creatures, all great stuff. I still can't believe they're just giving us so much good stuff. People complain about this game being pay to win. Like, dude, they're giving us like all the stuff they're giving us. Like, Jesus Christ, like, really? They're giving us so much free stuff, like, all the time. Unbelievable. Wow, they really just, they did armor right after Kentro week. Like, what the heck? And that was right after the Trico week, where it gave you all the components for Trico. Like, Ludia wants everyone to have a Trico. Oh boy, is the week after gonna be like Fierce Week with Rex, so we could have like all the components for Trico, like one week after another for like a whole month, like a whole month. Every single week has Trico components. That'd be crazy. But anyways, that's gonna be it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hit the like button if you're excited for this week. Super great stuff. Tell me what y'all are gonna go for, either SINO or ANKY. And subscribe if you guys are new to the channel, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.